Hi guys, I'm Ryan,
I'm Andrew.
and we're Fat Man's Theater.
My whole life.
Okay. All right, and we're keeping that.
Yeah, we're keeping that.
Okay, all right.
So we're going to talk about our review. This is our review for the Cornetto trilogy.
Which, if you aren't familiar with what that was, because it took me till Hot Fuzz to realize what that title meant. Oh my gosh, sorry.
That's okay.
That consisted of
3 movies.
Shaun of the Dead,
Great movie.
Hot Fuzz,
Amazing.
World's End.
Best movie ever.
And I'm the alcoholic.
He's the, you know what? I'm going to stop bouncing around for one. But, so we took my 11-year-old to this trilogy, which was a really good idea. He really enjoyed the movies. Although I really didn't realize how many curse words there were in Shaun of the Dead until you think, oh my God, they just said the C word and my son's sitting at the very front of the theater. I'm pretty sure he learned that word from me.
Mind you, for me personally, I didn't see a problem with it, but I don't have kids.
Of course you didn't see a problem with it until you get a call from the principal. Your son called a woman. And you're like, oh, I wonder where you got that from.
Okay, so when the principal sends that information to you,
I'm gonna take
tell your wife.
It's completely my fault.
And then send me a text so I know about it.
So, if you guys haven't seen Shaun of the Dead, I implore you to stop watching me. Go get that movie. Buy it on DVD, Blu-ray, whatever you have, because you have to own that movie. I mean, great movie, great zombie.
Basically, what he's saying is, if you watch us, you'll clearly love Shaun of the Dead.
I would hope so. I would hope that, if you watch us, you did like Shaun of the Dead. This was actually the first time that I had seen Hot Fuzz all the way through.
I've seen both multiple times.
And yet he didn't know what the Cornetto trilogy was.
I don't normally go for that type of ice cream.
That's fine. You just realize that it's in both movies.
Figured it out by the third one.
Yeah. Hence the reason that's why we were there.
Now, which we should be jumping into, World's End.
Oh.
And
you know what? There are so many aspects of this movie that I can't even begin to point out how many good things there were. I can't find any flaws in it. I can't. I mean, there were a couple of times where we asked questions, but it's a movie. And it's a fun movie. It's about, these guys who decide, you know what, we're going to go through all the pubs in our old hometown. We're going to finish what we started when we were in high school. And they try to, but halfway through they realize, oh my God, the town's been taken over by robots, alien robots.
And the way they even explain it to each other, the whole definition of robot gets
thrown
in there.
What does robot stand for?
Yes.
And
of course, the best way of understanding what the term robot is, instead of going to a dictionary or a phone that has a dictionary, let's talk about it as we drink 12 different pints.
Yes, and the more they try to explain what's going on, it comes out slurred because, of course, they're getting hammered while they're doing this.
Now, going into him saying that he found no flaws in it whatsoever, I did kind of find a couple flaws. And maybe it was due to the fact that I was watching Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and then immediately there. It was the aspect of the beginning portion with, in my opinion, talking about alcoholism and trying to rediscover and find themselves. And even to the fact of, when you see Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, you've already accepted that these two characters are, Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, are witty and comical and always joking off of each other, good buddies, best friends. This movie, the exact opposite, where there was that huge factor of separation where
Nick Frost hated it.
Oh yeah, I mean, you could literally cut
Did not
the
want to
friction with a knife.
The best part is,
and that made me uncomfortable.
So Simon Pegg's going around getting all of his old friends and saying, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do the pub run again. And they keep asking him, is what's
Andy?
his name? Yeah, Andy going? Yeah, Andy's already on board. Andy was the very last guy that he asked.
Yeah.
That shows how bad it was. He had to talk everybody else into it before he could talk.
And mind you, even at that point, Andy had gone through his own sober self. He was getting his family, everything. He was trying to rebuild his life from whatever the past had with, these two characters. And for me, I'm not gonna lie, I like to drink. I have a lot of great friends. I've even had that separation for a couple of years, but we brought it back together. The beginning made me uncomfortable and made me go, wait, what am I watching? But the minute the robots came in, the minute that the drinking really started going to everyone. Because at first, no one was drinking but Simon Pegg's character.
Yeah.
And then everything hit the fan. Everyone started drinking. We're talking about 5 shots.
Because, and they keep drinking because they want to like fool the robots and say, they don't know that we know what they know. So we're just going to keep doing what we're doing and we're just going to keep drinking. Kudos to Edgar Wright for there's a scene in the movie where one of the characters sees a guy who bullied him all through school. And, he looks at his friends and he freezes and his friends are like, what's going on? And he's like, that guy treated me like dirt all through high school. And right now, he just came up to me, looked at me, didn't even recognize who I was.
Yeah.
And that was a really dramatic moment in the movie, which, Simon Pegg's character decided, let's have shots.
But in a writing standpoint, though, it's actually a great break to get
Yeah, because it was like super hardcore, like, oh my god. Like, great I know people like that.
Yes, I agree. So this movie had a lot of great things attributed to it. I mean, you talked about going out and finding yourselves, as well as
reconnecting with old friends.
And then, of course, just punching the shit out of a freaking robot.
Right, I would love to.
And drinking. I mean, I'm not going to lie, right after that movie, I went home and took down 5 pints of myself. Sadly, I stopped at 6.
You would have made it.
No, I think I really can, because the difference between the pint drinking I did and the pint drinking they did in the movie was more of they were also walking around and socializing.
One day.
Pub crawl.
Yeah, Batman's Theater does pub crawl. One of the things that I did like about the movie is all of this takes place in this little town, and you think that once everything's over, that's it. It's just gonna, the little town's gonna get destroyed.
Because that's what usually happens in these type of movies,
yeah,
where it's just the town.
Yeah, the aliens leave and like everything. No, the aliens leave and the whole world goes to shit. They take all the technology they brought with them, the wastelands all over the place. And I thought that was fantastic because it's kind of like a bait and switch. Because you think, okay, aliens are gonna destroy the town, that's it. No. And they decide, fuck it. Let's just destroy the world.
Yeah, they even threw in the argument of that man should never be, held to a cage, that they should go off and do what they want, that men will naturally just do what they want in nature.
Yeah.
And they just slapped us all in the face and were like, okay, and welcome back to the Dark Ages.
As they were leaving, going, bye-bye.
Makes me wonder, this YouTube that we're utilizing to get our voice out there,
what if we're robots?
No, I don't think so. I don't
know. I leak green every now and then.
Can I hit your son?
You can try.
What if he's a robot?
Then he will snap your neck. That was like no snapping of your fingers whatsoever. That was like, meow, meow.
I'm proud of my meowing.
But all kidding aside, so far, one of the most enjoyable movies I've seen all year. All year. I give it 5 butter popcorns out of 5.
I give it 4 butter popcorns out of 5.
I like butter popcorn more than he does. Big thanks to AMC for putting on the trilogy. You guys know that I love my trilogies. And scene.
Keeping that and scene.